Another week, another vendor reset. I'd much rather be covering all the Destiny 2 stuff at E3, but I need to get this video out. Fortunately, there's not a lot of good stuff. That's not really fortunate. We have the Assembly 2 with Counterbalance and Perfect Balance. These two together will make a wonderful auto rifle, and I believe there's even... no, there's not really a good site for it, but if you don't like Perfect Balance, you can use Crowd Control. Quick Draw is also always good to have, makes the entire weapon more snappy. Would have preferred, high cal on it, would have been perfect if we had that, but sadly we don't. Luck in the Chamber, Small Bore, Armor Piercing, Quick Draw, Hot Swap on the Free Will. I do like Luck in the Chamber, but none of the other stuff is going to be good for you. The Impeacher with Hot Swap, Hand Loaded, Zen Moment, Armor Piercing rounds, and Snapshot. This one doesn't really do anything compared to a lot of the other sidearms out there. We have the Bad Counsel for Rangefinder, Small Bore, Knee Pads, Flared Magwell, Snapshot. All around, that is just not a very good shotgun, mostly due to the archetype and perks. Deposition, Take a Knee, Hammer Forge, Triple Tap, Explosive Rounds, Lightweight. Triple Tap is very good for a PvE sniper, but this archetype is not good for a PvE sniper, so pass on it. The First Citizen with Persistence, Perfect Balance, Feeding Frenzy, High Caliber Rounds, and Lightweight. You also get Smart Drift Control. Personally, I'd take something like Field Choke, get High Caliber Rounds, Perfect Balance, and Persistence. That's an okay machine gun, but there's a hell of a lot better. Sorry this video is going out a little bit late. I'm pretty sure my knee is thoroughly messed up from walking around Seattle with my dad all this weekend. So, sitting here with an ice pack on it, doing videos. Alright, Crucible, Quartermaster, what do you have? We have the 0-Day Dilemma Auto Rifle with Persistence, Perfect Balance, Appended Magazine, Crowd Control. Well, Crowd Control, Perfect Balance, Persistence is going to be really good. Persistence on this type of auto rifle, though, I'm not a huge fan of, though. It's going to be really easy to control with just Perfect Balance. The B-29 Party Favor, Glass Half Full, Perfect Balance, Rodeo. Well, these three together are actually going to be really nice. I'd prefer Counterbalance over Rodeo, but if you take what you can get, still wouldn't recommend really buying that one. The Hero Formula with Reactive Reload, Eye of the Storm, Last Resort, Hand-Laid Stock, Explosive Rounds. If I'm getting Reactive Reload, I want something that just jacks the reload speed up way high, and that archetype just doesn't really benefit from it either. The Palindrome with Third Eye and Relentless Tracker is really good, but it has reinforced instead of rifled, so pass on it. The Each New Day Fusion Rifle, Hot Swap, Hand-Laid Stock, Accelerated Coils, Battle Runner, Replenish. Ooh, Replenish and Hot Swap isn't that bad. I'd prefer some a range increase over Hand-Laid Stock, because that does reduce the range, which is something you want on Fusion Rifles. You can get Accelerated Coils, but then that makes the bolts to kill weird on Fusion Rifles, so I'm going to pass on it. We have the Curtain Call with Crowd Control, Rifle Barrel, Life Support, Quick Draw, Cascade? No. It's almost there. If it was a different archetype. Anton's Rule, Reactive Reload, Fitted Stock, Outlaw. Hey, remember what we got? Reactive Reload, and we got Outlaw. That's something that I like seeing. Perk Synergy. Yeah, buzzwords. Fitted Stock also pretty good. Does up the stability, which for the highest rate of fire one you do want. That's be a neat toy to play with. However, I wouldn't be immediately main picking and wielding that weapon. We have what scopes? No good scopes, so I can just say nope to that gun. Chaotic Neutral with Persistence, Braced Frame, Armored Piercing Rounds, Life Support, Guerrilla Fighter. Nope, that does not do anything for us. The Something Wicked Rocket Launcher with Tracking. Why do rocket launchers have Perfect Balance? That is one of the most it's useless. It's useless. Grenadier, Danger Close, Heavy Payload. So we got Tracking, Heavy Payload. You could get... No. No. Not a very good roll. Not a very good roll. Alright, for Dead Orbit, we... come on. We got the Extremophile 011, Glass Half Full, Hammer Forge, Hot Swap, Extended Mag, Hipfire. There have been so many good rolls, and this is not one of them. Just none of that stuff really melds together to make a good, well-rolled weapon. Keystone with Hidden Hand, Perfect Balance, and Quick Draw. Ooh, that's a really just good baseline weapon for PvP. Not a fan of these scopes, though, on this one. Hidden Hand, Perfect Balance are going to be really good, just for this particular archetype, being able to ping people's heads from a really good distance and be able to control it really well with that nice little stability bump. Quick Draw, also good on those higher impact Scout rifles. We have the Worlds to Come fusion rifle with hidden hand, perfect balance, unflinching, accelerated coils, hipfire. Hidden hand and hipfire together, that's a nice little combo and perfect balance to up the stability some. It's okay. It's okay. Not god tier, but you know, it's okay. Full auto, perfect balance, surrounded, extended mag, lightweight. Well, hey, extended magazine, perfect balance, and full auto. That is nice for a PvE style void damage shotgun. If you don't have something like that, you can even get, like, I don't know, CQB ballistics? I'd just keep it on smart drift. Extended mag, perfect balance, full auto. That should be a very good void damage shotgun if you are running Wrath of the Machine. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of void damage stuff. Bitter Edge with Firefly, Hammer Forged, life support, explosive rounds, lightweight. We do have long view scope, but this archetype, not the biggest fan of it. You really want some massive stability boost to actually take use of that rate of fire. And you're sitting at a pretty medium stability there, so it's going to be hard to control. We have the Unto Dust rocket launcher with grenades and horseshoes, heavy payload, flared magwell, battle runner, and then I look at the stats and I just laugh. I laugh every time. It's just not a very good rocket launcher. I think the one over here on Vanguard is actually usually a little bit better. If anything, just due to base stats. Yeah, the base stats are way better. The Continental Hidden Hand, small bore, appended magazine, focus fire, danger close. I like Hidden Hand. I don't like anything else on this auto rifle. The Parthian shot. Hey, we got counterbalance and we got outlaw, which is a wonderful, wonderful little perk combo to have, especially when we got sure shot sight, life support, but we don't have any stability increase. That isn't the death of this fusion rifle, though. Small bore is pretty good. It has range and a stability increase, both of which are good on pulse rifles. And you can make up for that reload reduction, the magazine reduction, with outlaw. So this is an okay roll. It's not the best, though. There have been absolute god rolls in the past. This isn't really one of them. You're settling if you use that one. Hidden Hand, perfect balance, Hammer Forge, Zen Moment, who's next? I like the consistency of this one with perfect balance and hidden hand together, but nothing else about this really screams that you should buy it. The How Dare You hand cannon with luck in the chamber, Hammer Forge, lightweight, mulligan, spray and play. Hey, Hammer Forged is pretty good. Luck in the chamber is pretty good, but this hand cannon, you're starting with a pile of poop. So you get a shinier pile of poop. Still a pile of poop. Rangefinder, perfect balance, enhanced battery. Perfect balance, enhanced battery, unflinching, last resort. I like the base stats here. Perfect balance will be very helpful, but that charge rate and impact it's not that good. It's not that good for fusion rifles. The Teacup Tempest with reactive reload, fitted stock, high caliber rounds, Zen Moment, Army of One. The reload speed isn't bad on this one, so reactive reload can get used. Perfect balance also going to be very consistent. Zen Moment, even more consistent. I like high caliber rounds. It does actually affect people in PvP and definitely makes it more PvE viable. Reactive reload makes it more PvE viable too. Yeah, you know what? Army of One, high caliber rounds, reactive reload. That's just a solid perk set for a PvE sidearm. Even though I think you shouldn't use sidearms in PvE. It's not going to be that bad for you. Not going to be that bad. I'd much rather use a sniper or a shotgun. Something that does just more consistent damage. We have final round, reinforced barrel, perfect balance, performance bonus, life support on an OCCAM'S Razor. That's such a low range that I can't tell you to actually go out and buy that thing. The 7th Sense sniper rifle, take a knee, quick draw, small bore, underdog, mulligan, and it has ambush as a scope, which isn't bad, but none of those other perks are actually good. The Bone Crusher, handblade stock, rifled barrel, Eye of the Storm, spray and play. I like spray and play on the Bone Crusher because its reload is very, very, very low. And, spray and play definitely will help out with that, especially if you get something like rifled barrel to up the range, which is actually going to make it more consistent than stability, especially since you have counterbalance on this one. So this is a good roll, but it's not like a god roll or anything that I'm going to recommend that you go out and buy. Disassembly required, grenades and horseshoes, quick draw, heavy payload, battle runner, danger close. Yeah, I like battle runner, heavy payload, and grenades and horseshoes on this one. It's actually a fairly good roll, but there have been many rocket launchers that are better than that, and I'd probably just keep waiting. If you're holding out for one, if you need an okay one, then that one would probably be fine. It'll do what you need for a little bit. Load. The Whale, reactive reload, small bore, hot swap. Nope, that is not a very good hand cannon. The Waltz this week, though, is... Oh, it's so close. We have counterbalance, small bore, high caliber rounds. If this was perfect balance, I would just say, hey, it's a god roll. Pick it up. You're good to go. But counterbalance and small bore together, you're reducing magazine size, which this archetype doesn't really like to have happen. That's one of the strengths of the Waltz, since it was really the only high rate of fire one that got untouched by the high rate of fire pulse rifle magazine reduction nerf. So small bore seems counterintuitive there. But high caliber rounds, small bore, and counterbalance are a very good perk combination to have. If you don't have a good Waltz or this particular archetype, I feel comfortable saying you can pick it up. I'm not going to do a section at the end of the video where I say pick it up. Just pick that one up if you don't have one. The Waiting. Eye of the Storm, small bore, unflinching, accelerated coils, quick draw. Nope. And that is not a very good roll. The Wounded, hidden hand, triple tap, extended magazine. Hey, that is going to be very consistent. Do we have good scopes? Range lens, OEG? Acceptable scopes. Extended mag, triple tap, hidden hand. That is going to be a very good PvE boss damage type scout rifle. Should help you out a little bit. The Wormwood with hidden hand, hand loaded, and quick draw. I like that. I like that a lot. That's basically the roll that I use. Hidden hand, very good. On the Wormwood, for some reason, it just makes this thing stupidly consistent. Hidden hand, or hand loaded, will up your range to the absolute max for a sidearm, so you're good. And then quick draw will allow you to, bring the weapon out very quickly. We have steady hand. Ooh, if you're looking for a god roll, you can get better sights on it. But, for a sidearm, you got quick draw, hand loaded, hidden hand, which is good enough for me to go, hey, if you don't have a PvP sidearm, you should pick that one up. The Warpath with tracking, tripod, field scout. Oh, if this was cluster bombs, then you would have a PvE god roll here. But we have tracking, which is still good. Field scout and tripod are a wonderful combination together. They really are. But you need cluster bombs right there. Oh, I said I wouldn't do it, but here at the end of the video, if you need a weapon to buy, the only ones that I can genuinely recommend that you buy are the Waltz with counterbalance, small bore, high cal. And I'm only saying that if you don't have this particular archetype as a very good roll. And then the Wormwood, if you don't have a sidearm, that's a really particularly good roll. It's missing a good sight, but you have quick draw, hand loaded, and hidden hand, which will be wonderful for PvP. All right, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go work most of the entire day and get all this E3 coverage out to you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.